So guys, welcome once again to this tutorial. So in this video we are going to be learning how to draft this blouse notched lapel jacket. Okay, so the first thing I did was to measure 5 inches at the shoulder line. So also at the side I measured 5 inches, and I'm going to mark it like I'm doing now. So after this, I'll make sure that this line gets to the full length of the blouse. So I'll go ahead and mark the width of my neck, which is 3 inches. Okay, but for this tutorial I used 2 inches, but if you want to draft yours, you have to make use of 3 inches for the depth and 3 inches for the width as well. So divide your shoulder measurement by 2 and mark it, and slant your shoulder down by 1.5 or 1 inch. So after that, you go ahead and mark all the vertical measurement, shoulder to your chest line, bust point, your half length and the full length of the blouse. Okay, now the next thing I'll do is to mark my shoulder divided by 2 at the chest line, and with a straight line I will take it down like so. So at the chest line, divide your round bust circumference measurement by 4. So divide your half length, that's your round waist, by 4. So when you get to the full length of the blouse, you divide your upper hip by 4. No sewing allowance added yet. So at the waistline, when you divide your waist circumference measurement by 4, you can add 1 inch for that. Okay, so to create our armhole curve, first of all I found the middle of this line and I came in by 0.5. So this is what we have. So now divide your bust span, that is your nipple to nipple, into 2, and you draw a straight line like so. So remember I told you guys to add 1 inch to your round waist divided by 4. So that 1 inch is what we are taking out now. Okay, so I'd like to extend my dart legs like so, because I want to tighten the upper hip a little bit, or preferably you can choose to make this dart to stop 0.5 before the upper hip line. So now I'll go ahead and find the middle of this armhole curve so that we can be able to create our princess dart. You know, this very blouse, it has a princess dart. So I'll just connect it like so, and I'll not be doing much tightening at the armhole. I'll just be doing 0.5 at the armhole. So I'll just connect it like so. So now after this, I can now go ahead to return that half inch I added by extending that leg like so, and I'll place my French curve to make sure that the curve is still aligning at that point. So from there I will then recreate my armhole, and that is end of this. Okay, so now we can now go ahead to upgrade this pattern into a jacket. So the first thing is for you to mark your button overlap allowance of 1 inch. 1 inch is okay, or 1.5. So I'll connect it like so, and then I'll extend the neck depth out and also connect it at the full length. So now the next thing is for you to choose your breaking point. The breaking point is that point where the first button is. Okay, so now I will choose my breaking point and I'll connect it like so. So make sure you extend this line just like I did. So now the next thing for you to do is to mark the width of your collar, and this depends on what you want. Okay, 2 inches, 2.5 or 1.5. okay, depends on how wide you want it, but for this very blouse it's a bit wide at this point. Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure that I fit the curve perfectly the way it is, and with this I can then go ahead and connect it. So now after this, you open it up by 1 inch. Okay, you open it up like so by 1 inch, then you come out by at least 2 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to connect it like so. So okay, now after this I'll go ahead and measure 3.5 inches. For an average person, 3.5 is okay, or you can choose to draft your back pattern and take the round measurement on the back pattern. So here I have 0.5, and this is just the way this curve is going to be. So this curve is very, very important. This is what will help the collar to relax at that point. Okay, so from that end I'll mark the width, either 2.5 or the same as you marked on this side. So from then I'll connect it and we are done. So okay guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Did you understand and enjoy this video? So now the next thing is for me to go ahead and mark the extension at the hem. Okay, it depends on how you want that end to be. Okay, you can choose to mark the extension depending on what you want. Okay, so from the end I'll just connect it like so. So now after that I'll go ahead and come down from the upper hip at maybe by 1 inch or 1.5. okay, then I'll make sure that from the upper hip I have the same curve. To that point I extended it by 1 inch. So now with that I can then connect it to the extension we made at the hem. And now with this, so that is it. So okay guys, let me know your thoughts on this. If you do want to see the sewing tutorial of this jacket, do you want to see the remaining tutorial on this, let me know your thoughts on the comment section.